Welcome to this home practice session on dexterous digits. I'm Laura. I'm a white female in her 30s. I have shoulder-length, wavy, reddish-brown hair. I'm wearing dusty pink trousers, a navy hoodie, and I'm sat in my wheelchair in a dance studio with wooden floor and pale blinds. In this session, we're going to be focusing on our hands, giving them a bit of attention, a bit of TLC, and then we're going to do a bit of dexterity, and then a bit of creativity at the end. So this session, we're going to be stationary the whole time, so you can get yourself comfortable, and it's ideal for if you've got a small amount of space, limited space. Before we get going, we're going to do a massage, but for me, because my hands are really dry from using my wheelchair all the time, I'm going to use some hand cream just to help with the massage a bit. So if you want to grab yourself some hand cream, that's great. If you've not got any, don't worry about it. And then get yourself a nice comfy spot. You might want to be sitting, maybe sat on a surface like the floor. If for balance-wise, for using both hands at the same time, you want to be lying down, that's also fine. But get yourself somewhere nice and comfy, and also make sure you're warm enough. So you might want to have some layers on for this session. Then we're going to start. Once we're going to settle, we're just going to settle and bring our attention to our hands a little bit. So make sure you're nice and comfortable. You might want to rest your hands on a surface. For me, I'm resting them on my lap with my palms up. And just take a little moment to think about your hands, how they're feeling today. Are they a bit tense? Maybe they're active and itching to move. And just have a think about what they've been doing today. Have they done any washing up? What they've been doing, what they've been holding. Have they been pushing a wheelchair? And just notice how they're feeling. And then we're going to give a little bit of a massage. So in fact, I'm going to take my ring off, if I can, put it somewhere safe. And I'm going to put a bit of hand cream on just to help, because I have really dry hands at the moment, and also with all the extra washing of hands as well. So if you've got some, put it on. If not, just give your hands a nice rub. Get them nice and warm and wake them up. Imagine like you've got cream, maybe. So you're just going to give a rub over all of the surfaces of your hands. Maybe up your arms a little bit. Get them nice and warm if they're cold. Generate a little bit of heat. Excellent. Nice. And then we're going to start with a little bit of rubbing of one of the hands. So I'm going to place it on my lap, and I'm going to do some brushes down. So starting from the elbow, brushing down the back of my hand, giving it a lengthen, waking it up a little bit. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the other side. Giving it nice wake up, bit of energy. Okay. And it doesn't matter which hand you start with, because we're going to switch between the hands. Lovely. Then we're going to do a little bit of a massage. So just to say, I'm not qualified at massage, but this is what I do for myself because my hands do need a lot of care. So this is based on my kind of self-care routine for my hands. And it's up to you how hard or gentle you push. Do whatever works for you with your hands today. So I'm going to rest it a little bit, and I'm going to do with my thumb some little circles. If you need to switch at any point and use your fingers, that's fine. Do what works. But I'm going to start at the heel of my hand, and I'm going to work from the side nearest the little finger all across towards the thumb. So I'm going to work in lines down the palm of the hand like that. So just taking some little circles. There we are. And you might find in some places it's a little bit firm, a little bit gristly maybe. You can give it a little bit extra attention at that point. Then working down the next line across. And the next. Gradually working line by line across your whole palm. Till you get to the base of your fingers. There we are. We've done that. We're going to then do the same, but going in the other direction. So starting at the base and working down towards, the heel of the hand, working down towards the base of the fingers, this way. So I'm going to start the first one I'm going to do right on the side of my hand, working towards the base of my little finger. And then keep working down in columns. Remember, you can press as firm or as gently as you like. There we go, and just give it another little bit of a brush. There we are. And then we're going to swap onto the other side. And I think we can have a little bit of background music as well, just to get us nice and relaxed. So we start with our brushing. There we are. So make sure your hand is nice and supported. And brushing down. Lovely. And then we turn it over, palm down, brushing down your hand. Then we're going to take the circles again. So again, starting at the heel of your hand, working cross first, like this. So, little circles. And as you're doing this, maybe notice how it feels in comparison to the other hand. Is it a little bit easier? Are there any tight spots in different places? Lovely. Working across. Last one, right by the base of your fingers. And then we're going to go the other way again. So from the heel of your hand, working in lines down towards your base. I'm going to start right on the edge. And just find whatever position works for you. If you want to pick your hand up, if you want to rest it down, whatever works for you. And if your thumb gets tired, you can always switch. Use your fingers. Excellent. And just give it another little brush. Okay, then we're going to swap back to our first hand, and I'm going to work on fingers. So actually I'm going to start with my thumb, and with my other hand I'm going to pinch. So I'm going to do top and bottom, and like I'm pinching my thumb, and then just work little circles gradually down towards the nail. When I've got that way, I'm then going to pinch the other way, so side to side, little circles on the thumb. And then the last one is just finding a bit of a lengthen, so give it a little bit of a pull. There we are. And then we work across all the fingers, so do top and bottom first. Gradually working down. I quite like quite a bit of pressure with this one, it's nice. And then pinching side to side. And then lengthen. You might get a click. No click on that one today. Next finger, so middle finger. Side to side. Lengthen. And then ring finger. Top and bottom. A bit of a pull. And then finally, little finger again, pinching top and bottom. Side to side, working down. And then a pull. There we are. Nice. And then we're going to do a little bit of mobilization with it. So again, pinching, or however you want to hold, just holding at the tip of your thumb to start with. And we're going to draw circles one way. So try and let your hand relax, and so it is the hand that's holding that's doing the work. Circles the other way, and then a little bit of a ripple, which is difficult with the thumb. Then move on to your pointing finger, circle it one way, the other way, and a bit of a ripple. And then gradually working across. And ripple. Whoops. It's okay if you lose grip, that's fine. And then ring finger, circle one way, the other, ripple. And then finally your little finger. Keeping it nice and gentle, and ripple. Nice. Give that a little bit of a shake off. And then we're going to go to the other side. So again, the pinching action, top and bottom. Working down your thumb, side of your thumb, and then a little tug. Oops. Then onto your finger, top and bottom. Try not to hold any tension in your shoulders. Sometimes when you're really focusing on your hands, you realise tension creeps in elsewhere. So give that a little bit of a shoulders, a little bit of a wriggle maybe. And I got a click from that one. And then next finger, top and bottom, working down. Side to side. Well, this hand is the clicky hand for me. Top and bottom. Side to side. Pull. Come on with that one. And then finally your little finger. And then we do our little mobilization again. So starting with the thumb, holding the end, circle one way, circle the other way, and then a few ripples. And then the next finger, circle it. Try and get it as smooth as possible. It's not always easy. Try and get it nice and smooth. And then ripple. Next finger, middle finger, circling, ripple. Next one along. Ripple. And then finally your little finger. Be nice and gentle with your little finger. And the other way. And ripple. Nice. Give your hands a little bit of a shake out. If you need to shift a little bit as well, if you realise you've got a bit still, that's fine. Then we're going to work on the back of our hands now. So I'm going to rest my hand on my lap, and I'm going to work in between. You can feel like in between the bones on the back of your hand. We're going to work down those channels. Again, doing these little circles, either with your thumb or if you want to switch to your finger, that's fine. I'm going to support my hand a little bit and just do these little circles. And you might, in between your thumb and your first finger, you've got that kind of, that bit there, you can give it a little bit of a pinch and a squeeze as well. Yeah, in there. And then next one, next kind of channel along. Next channel. And then next one. And then I'm going to do the very side of my hand as well. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to interlock my fingers and just open the fingers a little bit, give them a stretch. And then just a little bit with my fist. I'm going to put a little bit of fist into the palm. Give it a little bit of a rub in there. Okay. Then we're going to work around the wrist. So you might want to be quite gentle around the wrist because there's lots going on in there. Just find some little circles around. And then with the front of your wrist nice and gentle here. And then we're going to work up your arm. So now I'm not one with anatomy, so I'm not very good at muscles, but I've been told, I might get this wrong, this is the brachioradialis. Hopefully I've got that right. Some of you are probably shouting at the screen going, no, you've said it wrong. But this muscle, which I tend to find with pushing the wheelchair, it can get quite tight in here. So I like to do a bit of a massage up there. So again, I'm using my thumb. If you need to switch, that's fine. I'm just doing little circles, working up. Sometimes you get to a point you're like, oh, that's tight. If you want to give it a little bit more attention, maybe just a bit of a pressure on it until it releases. Yeah. Working right up to your elbow. And I'm going to do another one just kind of a little bit beside that. Oh yeah, because I know I get really tight here. There's a bit of a lump there, I'll work out. So take as long as you need for this. And again, it's up to you how much pressure you use. Right up. And then some long brushes. Nice energizing brushes down the length of from your elbow to your hand. And we'll switch over. So we started with these channels down the back of our hands. in between your thumb and your first finger. And you can give it a little bit of a squeeze and a pinch. Maybe a bit tight in there. And then down your next one. And the next one. Next one. And then I'm going to do right on the side as well. Then we have the opening fingers, so interlock your fingers. Just give it a little bit of a stretch. Open up your palm. And then a fist in the middle of your palm. A little bit of a rub around. And then we're going to go into our wrist. So kind of all these lumpy bits around, all the little bones. Keep it nice and gentle, circles. Turning over onto the front. And then again, you need to push your sleeves up, working up this muscle here. From your wrist up towards your elbow. Oh. There's definitely some crunchiness in there. If you need to give any point a bit of extra attention, that's fine. Remember not to tense your elbows. Your shoulders. Or your elbows. And then I'm going to do one more from the wrist to the elbow. Oh, that final little spot. There's definitely some tension in there. Okay, and then finish with that long brushing, energizing brush. There we are. Okay, and then just give your hands and your arms a bit of a shake. Give your shoulders a little bit of a shake as well, because we've been still. If you need to move at all before we move on to the next thing, feel free. And I'm just going to grab a quick drink, and then we're going to move on to a bit of energy with our hands. Now we're going to work on a little bit of dexterity with our fingers. So we're going to do finger taps, which is one of my favourite exercises for waking up my hands. So start with whichever side you want. Maybe go for your dominant side first. I'm left-handed, so I'm doing left side first, but it doesn't matter. And the idea is to tap your thumb to each fingertip. So you tap, first of all, thumb to first finger, then thumb to middle finger, thumb to your ring finger, thumb to your little finger, and then you reverse it, so you go little finger, ring finger, middle finger, first finger. Easy. So then we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. See how fast you can get with it. You have to keep concentrating. When you've got as fast as you can go, yes, don't worry if it goes wrong, it's fine. It's just getting them moving. We're going to then move on to a double tap each time. So it would go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and then reverse, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Again, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Have a go with that, with the double taps. How fast can you go with them? Can you get into a rhythm? Can I do it and talk at the same time? Not so well. I'll try one more. Yeah, it's easier to do it when you're not talking. So if you want, the next level is to go with 3 taps for each finger. So the first finger going 1, 1, 1. Next finger 2, 2, 2. Next finger 3, 3, 3. Next finger 4, 4, 4. And reverse 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Give that a go in your own time. See how you go with that. 3 taps. See how quick you can go. Oh, almost, yes. Try and keep it as clear as you can. But it's a bit tough. Give that hand a shake off. Give your shoulders a little shrug. We'll go over to the other hand. So starting with the first ones, slowly. Thumb to pointing finger. Thumb to middle finger. Thumb to ring finger. Thumb to little finger. Reverse. Little finger. Ring finger. Middle finger. Pointing finger. Get that going a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it going gradually, picking up the speed. See how fast you can get it. Can you get it as fast as the other finger, other hand? Keeping it nice and clear. When you've done that one, let's go for the 2, the double tap. So we have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Picking up the pace. See how fast you can go. Give a little shake. And then let's go for the 3s. So we have 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Go for it. Give it a shake. If you want to have a little pause and practice there, getting your fingers tied in knots, do feel free to. But we're going to move on now to a little bit of strengthening with really extending and really contracting our hands. So what I want is like really try and expand your hands as much as you can. So you might even find that they're kind of going back a little bit. Find that as much extension as you can, and then squeeze them into a fist. So really squeeze, 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 squeeze tight. And I want us to try and go for that as full extended and as full contracted as possible. So we'll do just a few of those to get used to it, how much movement there is. And then we're going to do, you might have done this if you've done one of Christian's videos with the pumping the hands. We go out in front, to the side, up, down, front, side, up, down. And we're going to go 8, so 8 forwards, 8 to the side, 8 up, 8 down. Then we do it in 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, front, 4 to the side, 4 up, 4 down. In 2s, 2, 2, 2, 2. In 1s, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's do 4 lots of 1s. And then we'll have a little bit of just circling the wrists. And then we'll go again a second time. So if you're, for balance-wise, you want to do one hand for the first round, second hand for the second round, that's fine. If you want to just do the first round and then just stretch your hands for the second round, that's also fine. Fine, no one else is going to know. And we're going to take it at a relatively steady pace to give ourselves time to really find that full expansion and contraction. So I'm going to go the speed of about and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay? But you might want to take it at your own pace. Okay, ready? And here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8 to the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big and small as you can. And up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. In 2s. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. 2 in 1s and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. How many? I said 4 times. What? Last time. Whew. Give it a shake off. Give your wrists a little bit of circle. You might have felt that start to burn a little bit. Yeah. We're going to go again. Try and really go for opening and closing as much as you can. Don't cut off the ends. Don't cheat it. Okay. One more time. Here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8 to the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is starting to hurt. 7, 8. 4s. 2, 3, 4. 4s. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3. Yowzers. 2s. 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 1s. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And last one. Give them a shake. Okay. Whew. Right. I'm going to have another drink, and then we're going to do a little bit of creative stuff, a little bit of improvisation, and learn a bit of a phrase. Okay. So, hopefully your hands should be nice and warm. I'm definitely feeling it in my wrists here. So, for this improvisation, thinking a little bit creatively, that's the one, about our hands. We're going to start just by thinking about what different hand shapes you can do. You might want to focus on one hand first and just have a little play, different shapes. Whether it's small, crossed, big, delicate. Find some different shapes. And then again with the second hand, your other hand, explore some different shapes. Doesn't matter if you feel like you're finding the same shape a few times. Just a little bit of a play. And then we're going to bring both hands in together. And it's a little bit like we're making a jigsaw. If you want to make it in a space in front of you, that's fine. If you want to use a surface that you can lean on. But we're thinking about placing different shapes of hands into the space. And as much as it's the shape of your hands, it's also the shape that you're creating in between your hands. Have a little bit of a play. We've got a little bit of playful music as well that we can add to help find the kind of playing with your hands. Different shapes, jigsaws. And you can think of it a little bit like a conversation. So your hands are having conversation with each other. Maybe they might talk over each other at one point. They might take it in turns. Are they being very decisive? They know exactly what they're saying. Maybe almost a bit of an argument. Or maybe they're agreeing. Just a little bit of chit-chat. Just find a little bit of play. And if you want to take this away from just in front of you, you might move it to the side or up. So they can separate a little bit more before they come back in together. Think about the different qualities and rhythms. Maybe sometimes they do the same thing. Sometimes it's different. Remembering that space in between as much as the shape of your hands. And then finishing off the conversation. Do they finish in agreement? Do they finish disagreeing? How are you going to find an end to that conversation between your hands? Bringing it down. Okay, nice. So then we're going to learn a little bit of a phrase. And there's no counts to this phrase, so you can, once you learn it, you can kind of find your own rhythm within it, find your own idea of this conversation within the phrase. So we start with the first move is you clap your hands together, flat palm to flat palm in front of you. And so we have clap, and then we're going to change our hand shape so our knuckles are kind of fist to fist, but with our thumbs up. So we've got clap, thumbs, clap, thumbs, and I'm kind of touching with my knuckles, and then I'm going to keep my hands close to each other, but switch to no, it's this one even, like binoculars. Like if you know the sign language, BSL sign language, this is the sign for B. So your fingers tips are touching to your thumbs and they're touching each other. A bit like a pair of binoculars. So we have clap, thumbs, B, clap, thumbs, B, then I've forgotten the next move. Clap, thumbs, B. We have back to thumbs, grab one thumb. So clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab one thumb, and then the thumb that's being held, you're going to pull it down towards your hip. So clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, pull. One more time. Clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, pull. From here on your hip, it's like your hands suddenly escape, and the thumb that's been grabbed comes up, and the other hand goes towards the other hip. And we have that position that we had for the finger taps, a bit like a rabbit, if you're making shadow puppets. So this is rabbits. So we've gone to hips, rabbits. So it is clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbits. From the rabbits, since we're here in this position, we're going to do the finger taps. So tapping one way and then the other. And if we can for this one, try and make it smooth, a bit like a ripple. So you try and find a smoothness in it. So go one way and then the other. That wasn't very good. I'll try again. Da-la-da, da-la-la-da. There we are. Da-la-la-da, da-la-la-da. Okay. So we go from the top. Clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbits, ripple. One more time. Clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbits, ripple. From here, we're going to take 2 scoops. So my rabbit that's up high, that's just on the ripple, is going to scoop around to cross my body and palm facing towards me. My other hand is going to scoop the other way, so my wrists are across and I'm interlocking my thumbs like a bird. Again, if you've made the shadow puppets, it's a bird there. So we have scoop 1, scoop 2, and then we're going to have a little flap of the wings, so another ripple there. So we have from our rabbits and our ripple, scoop, scoop, interlock, and flap. Then, keeping your fingers, or your thumbs even, interlocked, your fingers are going to go towards you, reverse round, so then your palms are facing away. So that is interlocking thumbs, fingers go towards you, palms facing away. From the top, we have clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbits, ripple, scoop, scoop, flap, and then this is like an invert. From here, we're going to have, this is bringing that kind of conversation idea back a bit more. So one hand is going to tap or pat into the space, and it's going to send the other hand away. So they don't actually touch, it's just like a little reaction. Imagine you've got a little ball of energy between your hands. Tap, tap, and then it reverses the other way. Tap, tap. Yeah, so that's a tap, 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 tap. And you can keep this nice and soft. So we've got we've done our inversion, palms away from you. We have tap, 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 tap. From here, our hands both at the same time are going to take a scoop towards us. So it's a little bit, I think of this as a little bit like a wave coming towards you. So not a hello wave, but a sea wave. Rolling wave towards you, and then hands away. So that is, we've done tap, 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 tap. Fingers come over the top towards you, through, and then palms away. From here we have a little starburst, little with our fingers. So we fingers in together and then starburst out. Let's go from the rabbit, ripple. So we've done rabbit, we ripple and back. We have our scoop and scoop, flap, invert, little tap, 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 wave in and star. That's like a little punctuation mark as well. Yep. So again from the rabbits, we have rabbits, ripple, scoop, scoop, flap, invert, tap, 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 wave towards and star. From here, we're going to have, imagine like we're playing the piano, but it's on a diagonal. So we play the piano down from top one side, down towards your hip on the other side. So it's gone star, piano. Okay. Let's go from the very top. We have clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbit, ripple, scoop, scoop, flap, invert, tap, 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 scooping wave, starburst, and then our little piano down to our hips. From here, I'm going to then do grab, and I'm imagining like there's a door handle, a doorknob in front of me. I'm going to reach, grab and turn it, and then pull it into my hip. So we've done piano, and then door handle, grab, turn, pull. We're nearly there. So done piano, grab, turn, pull. And then I'm going to point. So with both my pointing fingers, the hand that's on my hip is going to go across to my opposite shoulder, and the other hand is going to go across to the opposite knee. And I'm going to do that both at the same time. So it goes together like this. Just about. Try and hit it on. There we are. So that is point. And then I'm going to switch the hands over. The one that's on my knee is going to go to my temple on the same side, and the one that's on, where is it, on my shoulder is going to go to the opposite shoulder, my near shoulder. So we have them crossing and then uncrossing. Crossing, uncrossing. One more time. Crossing, uncrossing. If you want a little bit of extra to make it even more complicated, you can change from pointing with your fingers to pointing with your thumbs. So you've got your shoulder and knee with your fingers, and then you switch thumbs, fingers, thumbs, fingers, thumbs. I think it's easier to do than it is to say. So that goes on from the piano. We have a grab, twist, pull, then fingers, thumbs. Then we have the thumb that's on top of your head, or if it's a finger, draw a circle around your head. Then both hands do come forwards to like clap, but actually our fingers are pointing forwards instead of up. So it's gone around, together, find a little pull apart, a bit like you're pulling some chewing gum or something, and then they land on your lap. And that's it. That's all of it. That last little bit from the points. We had fingers, thumbs, draw around, hands together, pull apart, lap, or whatever surface you have around you. Okay, let's try from the top. So, starting with the clap. We have clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip. Rabbits, ripple, scoop, scoop, flap, invert, little tap, 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 wave, stars, piano, then the door handle, reach, turn, pull, pointing, where am I going? I'm going here, I think that's right, and then there. So fingers, thumbs, round the head, hands together, pull away, lap. Whew. Okay, we'll go again. And I'll try and get it right. We have clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbits, ripple, scoop, scoop, flap, invert, tap, 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 wave, star, piano, door handle, pull, point, point, round, together, apart, lap. Yes. We'll do it once more, and then we're going to do it with music, and you can have the opportunity to play a little bit with the rhythms. So remember the idea of conversation that we had before in the improvisation. You can find that kind of little mixture of rhythms, find a bit of conversation, find the highlights, find moments of agreement, maybe moments of disagreement. But let's go through once more before we try it with the music. Okay, we have clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbits, tap, tap, scoop, scoop, flap, invert, tap, 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 wave, star, piano, door, hip, point, thumbs, round, together, pull, lap. If you want to have a little pause and practice, kind of just get it into your body, get a bit of a rhythm, that's fine. We're going to try it with the music. So try and keep it playful, find your own rhythm. Ready? And we go. Clap, thumbs, B, thumbs, grab, hip, rabbits, ripple, and scoop, flap, invert, tap, tap, wave, star, piano, grab, point, around, together, apart, lap. Okay, do it again. Maybe play, I'm gonna not say the words now, so you can find your own rhythm. It might be a bit different to mine. If you want to copy mine, that's fine. Ready? We go. Get it right? Clap. Thumbs. Ready? We go. We're going to go again. If you've got room for a little bit more, you can think about your focus. Are you looking at your hands? Are there moments where you're looking away from your hands? And yeah, try and find a little bit of fluidity, maybe. Are there moments where you can be a bit more fluid? Are there moments when you can be a little bit sharp? Highlights. Okay, ready. Ready, and excellent. So feel free to keep playing with that if you want to. Maybe exaggerate some of the shapes a bit more. You can get a little bit bigger. If you want, you can add on to it. We'd love to see your versions. We'd love to see you adding on some more moves. So feel free to add on, film it, and then post it on social media and tag us in. If you fancy, you can keep it stationary, or you might find you want to add a bit of shifting with it as well. It's up to you. Take it any way you like. But for now, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a cool down just to finish off. So I'm going to go back to rubbing with our hands. because they've worked hard today. And then I'm going to do a bit of brushing down from the elbow down to the fingers. And the other side. Oops. Nice firm pressure. And switch hands. And other side. Give them a little bit of a shake. And then I'm going to do just lengthening my fingers again, giving them a nice pull and lengthen. Because I get another click. Working down all of your fingers. And then we're just going to have a moment to end like we started. So just find somewhere to rest your hands, wherever that is, comfortable position. And just take time to notice again how they're feeling now. How different are they feeling? Feeling a little bit buzzy, a bit worked. And take some nice deep breaths while you're here as well. Okay, so that's it for this session. Just give yourself maybe a little bit of a wiggle if you've been sat still for a while. Just make sure you're not holding any tension anywhere. And another useful video that you might like to watch is Tom's video on making dances. And he gives various tools for creating movement and then manipulating it and choreographing with it, expanding the movement. So you might want to watch that and then use some of those tools to add to your hand dances so you can make an even longer, more interesting phrase. And there is a link to that video that will be on your screen. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Do please subscribe to keep up to date with all of our videos that we're releasing. And if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, then please do click the like button. Thank you very much and goodbye. See you soon.